in Nevergreen City where Elmer lives as a child. After he becomes friends with a stray cat and chooses to bring him home, his mom did not take the cat in. Angered, Elmer runs to the docks to be left alone. The cat followed him and starts talking to him, causing him a deep sense of shock. The cat tells him about Wild Island, beyond the city where a dragon that can probably help him. Elmer takes the task and is transported thankful to his new bubbly friend Soda. When they get to Wild Island, Soda tells him about Saiwa gorilla using the dragon to hold the island from sinking, but it remains inefficient. Elmer set the dragon free, a blunderer named Boris, and they go on a journey to find a tortoise named Arachua in order to find out how Boris can keep the island from sinking for the next century since his kind has been doing that forever, and he will become an after dragon, but he can't fly because of his wing being broken after Elmer saved him. And he told Elmer that he is afraid of both water and fire, and they agreed that Boris will help Elmer raise money to buy a new store, and will let Boris go free once finished. During their journey, they encounter some of the island's animals, like crocodiles, tigers and a rhino, all while trying to evade Saiwa and his monkey army. They soon make it to Arachua's shell, but Elmer finds out that he died, however keeps it a secret from Boris. While resting on a flower, they are found by Saiwa and his armies, and Saiwa tells him that he knew about Arachua's death, which enrages his second-in-command Quan, who proceeds to use a giant mushroom as a raft to leave the island, convinced that it's hopeless to save. While flying with Boris, Elmer has a flash. It's the roots under the island that pull it down. He tried to convince Boris to fly with all his power, and while Boris tried to save the island from the two roots, he gags when he gets overwhelmed by his fear of fire, and after crashing, Elmer falls off the island. Saiwa saved Elmer, who reveals that he and the other animals are leaving the island, berating Elmer for wanting to use Boris for his own benefits. He then uncovers that once he learned about Arachua's death, he was scared about making everyone worried and was even more worried when Boris wanted to save the island. But Saiwa was tired of his silly personality, so he lied and said he knew how to control Boris. Elmer returns to the island where Boris tells him he's found a way to save it, by jumping into the fire, and eventually, he bursts out and magically lifts the island from the sea, finally becoming an after dragon. Boris brings Elmer back home, passing by surprise Quan living over on the tangerine trees. Elmer reunites with his mom,